brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Pelicans in New Orleans. You take a look at the Pelicans, talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Shaq, the guy I want to talk about right now is Anthony Davis, led Kentucky to a
starting at small forward.
Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. The fans here in New Orleans ready to cheer on their Pelicans in this interconference matchup. And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Smith is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Ashik found himself out of the starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. And the basket good. Knicks on defense. Evans kicks to Gordon. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Davis gets a wide open look. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the boards, but you have to be smart. He went right over his back on that one. Not a good play.
I think he was just over anxious that time.
Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Three-pointer, Pondexter, and he gets the bucket. Pondexter's got 6.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow three, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Evans goes in. That's good. Evans has got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
New York, no good that time either.
Kind of a shaky first few minutes, guys. 5 field goal attempts, only 1 made.
And good on the basket. Booking. Evans has got his second bucket.
Now, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Now Evans running the floor all by himself. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempt.
So it's the Pelicans now. Calderon unable to get his shot to go. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Anthony on the wing to stop the run. New York, no good that time either.
And Evans has worked diligently on his shooting. He had a bad habit of fading back on every jump shot early in his career, so he's tried to shoot with a more traditional motion.
Anthony left side. Puts it up from 15. Ashik comes up with the rebound. Ashik's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
And the wide open shot from Evans. It's rebounded by Bargnani. And Evans over his career has bounced around a little bit possession-wise. He played point guard at Memphis and coming into the NBA and then some small forward. What do you think his best position is?
I think he's one of those guys that probably is a playmaking small forward or 2 guard. He's got ball handling skills that are allowing him to make plays. He can score. He's strong. His wingspan allows him to play bigger than he is. But I think he's a playmaking 2 or 3.
And then Ashik with the dunk.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Anthony missing again.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Jinsa's checked in. Cunningham comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Drew Holiday's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Tyreke Evans.
He may need some rest, guys. He looks tired because he hasn't made anything this quarter.
Dante Cunningham is a pick-and-pop big man out of Villanova. But it's hard to survive shooting 2-pointers alone. Yet he's not developed his range out there.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Here's Lonnie Time and taking the shot and knocking it down. They're on a 19-6 run. It's tipped, and so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he...
Over in the corner, Cole. And it's blocked by Aldridge. Knicks trail by 13. Here's the floater, and that one's good.
And it took him quite a while, but after 7 misses, he gets something to drop, finally.
For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. .102 left here in the first quarter. Here's Cole. Feeds to Cunningham. 3-pointer.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
The drive by Anthony. Amundsen dishes to Carmelo. Fades and shoots. And the shot is good. Anthony's got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks. Kicks it to Cunningham. The pass to Cole. Shoots a 3. The offensive rebound. Knicks shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Larkin. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. The Knicks making a switch here. Casey's checked in. Back to Hardaway. Hits the 3-point bomb. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Holiday looking for his first basket still in this one. He feeds it to Cunningham. Here's Jinsa. Boom, he jams it straight down. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Pelican 5 right now. Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Davis and Ashik patrol the paint. And it's Douglas in at the 1 spot. Passes it to Hardaway. Here's Bargnani. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Evans.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
And Bargnani drops them both.
You know, things were looking up for Bargnani last year in his first run with New York. He seemed to be playing with a bounce in his step and really had found a niche there, but an injury really made things tough for him right around the halfway point of the year.
And it's Evans missing.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And AC kicks to Hardaway. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that injury for Bargnani, he tore the ligament in his left elbow. Missed time with that.
And the Knicks need him to be productive. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, remember, they traded away 3 draft picks, Steve Novak and Chris Copeland. So they gave up quite a bit to get him, and they need him to produce.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Anthony Davis defying comparison in his young NBA career. As the great Dirk Nowitzki said, in all my years, I've never seen anyone like him. And Coach Monty Williams said, he's not like anyone we've ever seen. He's going to be his own player. Drew Holiday put it plainly, quote, he's the franchise. He's the go-to guy. And everybody here knows it. Kevin, over to you.
Just become league MVP in time, Doris. His talent is that caliber. Thank you. A different look for New York. Jason Smith comes in for Quincy Acey. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And he commits the intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play. It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Pelicans leading by 3. Evans outside. On deep. Ashik, the pass to Davis. Douglas against Calderon. And Smith with the block. And they'll keep possession. 2 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Davis kicks to Douglas. Sinks the three-pointer. Douglas has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
New York Knicks were ranked as the NBA's most valuable franchise recently, and with team values skyrocketing, the Knicks came in at around $1.5 billion. That's a B, billion.
Anthony dishes to Smith. Knocked away. Bargnani passes to Smith. Here's Davis, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Quincy Pondexter, who's checked in for the Pelicans. Well, it wasn't like Anthony Davis had a bad rookie season. He was injured for a bit and slowed down his development, certainly. But Steve, last year he showed just why he was taken 1st overall.
Oh, man, he was a dominant force. He quickly developed into what he looked like back in college when he was just a force at both ends of the floor. There's no telling how good Davis can be. I think within 2 or 3 years, he's going to be an MVP candidate.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Snatched up. 2nd chance shot. Misses at the rim. Pelicans leading by 8. Ashik in the post, working on Smith. New Orleans moving the ball around. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. Evans has got 9.
And with Davis, when you think about how other big men have developed in this league, it's usually a 4 to 5 years to get the strength they need and understand the nature of the center position. And you look at a guy like Davis, that learning curve and his ability to dominate has been accelerated quite a bit.
Pondexter kicks to Evans. No good on the three.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Calderon, no good.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Davis's fast ascension to stardom was helped a lot by his inclusion on Team USA as he learned what it would take very early on. It was a rare opportunity for a player like him, and he looked to make the most of it as it paid off last season.
And Anthony gets it to go.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Nobody really knew what to expect with Andrea Bargnani getting moved to the Knicks last year. From the Raptors standpoint, they just wanted to move on without him. But it seemed like he found himself while he was in New York.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Jins is checked in. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Tyreke Evans. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Anthony.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Well, guys, for Bargnani, the change of scenery did him well, and he played with a lot more grit inside and was able to do the little things that he can sometimes drift from.
Well, his rebounding is included in that. I mean, not a career high, but was as efficient as he's ever been, and it showed up as he had as many double-doubles as a Knick in his first few months as he did in his last few years as a Raptor.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Aldrich, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
But, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around. This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Pelicans leading by 3. And Cole kicks to Pondexter. A three-pointer off the mark. New York with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here.
This should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right.
And if their clock management's good, it will be. That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first hit.
Well, Carmelo, some great.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Anthony was playing great. 16 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Calderon. Bargnani is out there with Jason.
Oh, my goodness. What a
to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Cole dishes to Evans. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Evans has got 13.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Well, you look at Drew Holiday's shooting percentage last.